Hello, this is Matthew Kenslow, author to Juggling the Issues, Living with Asperger's Syndrome, which was my diagnosis circa 21. It's no longer a diagnosis. Okay, moving on. In this video, I want to try to describe a common characteristic with us about taking things literally. When I was younger, I wanted everything to be literal and explicit. And when I was probably 6 or 7, I always would ask my mother what the time is, followed by no estimating. Again, I can't speak for everybody with autism, but whenever we're told stuff, we expect that the information that we receive is explicit and exactly how it's supposed to be, and we don't really take into account sarcasm or expressions. And until we get like a little older, I actually have a couple of comedic stories telling when I took things hyper literal and such. When I got to be around 8 years old, I was at Newport Heights Elementary. By fortuity, I'm actually walking in that direction now, and a lot of people were friends to me. A lot of people wanted me to go away, especially in my first year at Newport Heights Elementary. What was going on is they were telling me to go away, but not in explicit terms. And in this case, I actually knew what they meant, and I pretended to take things literally in this case because I just wanted to, I guess, have attention and such. I wanted people to like me for who I was, and if I became the person who takes everything literally, then maybe I could get friends that way. So I was 8 years old, people told me, take a hike. And I'm like, oh, so you mean a literal hike, like hiking up a mountain? Should I climb this container up here? And they're like, no, so it didn't really work. And then there were cases in 3rd grade where I just didn't want to stop playing recess or lunch for a while, and people are telling me get in line, so I pretended to somehow take that literally, like lining up my jacket or something. So there are cases where I know it's sarcasm, and as a trait with autism, who's usually, I'm going to say like outcasted, but you know, when I was a student here, I wasn't like outcasted by everybody. But in 3rd grade and onward, there were some social shyness interactions, bashfulness, teasing and such, that are videos in and of themselves. I already have videos about them, but I'm not going to talk about them here. And it's not coincidence that the longest chapter in my first book is about shyness and social interactions. So there are times when I've taken things literally unknowingly. There are times I've taken things literally knowingly for 2 reasons. Either I just wanted attention from my peers and just try to fit in and belong somewhere, or I just, didn't want to clean up and go back to class, I guess, even though I ironically love school and making my life in education, like becoming a teacher and everything. But other than that, I'm sure I could pull out so many more examples, but I think everything I said sufficed for this video.